Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, reveal the books I bought this week, and if I screw up, I'll blooper reel. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo! Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. Coming to you from Clint's Comics here in Monroe, Louisiana. And I don't know about y'all, but I still haven't recovered. From Louisiana Comic-Con. That was an awesome 5.5 hours of craziness. And if you're watching this and you haven't watched episode 162 and 161, stop! Watch episode 161 and 162. Two great episodes. I did one here last week, and then I did one at Louisiana Comic-Con. Really had a lot of fun, both episodes, especially Louisiana Comic-Con. Met some great people. Interviewed a lot of great people. Reconnected with some folks I haven't seen in a while. I mean, Louisiana Comic-Con needs to be back in North Louisiana more often. Just saying. All right, then. Time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, last week's episode, I asked, which legendary boxer did DC Comics team Superman up with in a 72-page special back in 1978? Well, the correct answer is Muhammad Ali. And 11 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been in the drawing for a free tee, and that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Katie Bosch from Spring Hill, Louisiana. So congratulations, Katie. You're going to sell a free Comic Hero tee. All right, here's the question for next week's episode, and this one is kind of easy. It's kind of easy if you study Captain America. Besides Steve Rogers, name 3 Marvel characters that have taken on the mantle of Captain America. Everyone who answers correctly will be in the drawing for a free tee in next week's episode of the show. All right, now Ryan Anthony from right here in Monroe, Louisiana has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one is based on one that I've done before, but it's more of a I don't know, it's kind of a different, more interesting take on it. Representing DC, we have the Red Lantern Supergirl, and representing Marvel, we have Captain Marvel. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's the Red Lantern Supergirl versus Captain Marvel. The Red Lantern Supergirl possesses superhuman strength, speed, hearing, endurance and stamina, various extrasensory and vision powers, flight, and invulnerability, is an expert hand-to-hand combatant, genius-level intellect, multilingualism, artistry, chlorcore, and kryptonite detection. With a Red Lantern power ring, she can create heart-like constructs and fire blasts of rage energy. As a result of wearing the ring, her blood is replaced by a form of corrosive, rage-energized blood. She can regurgitate this blood. The blood has the effect of bursting into flames of rage. The flames are so potent that they will burn even in space. The blood can melt through the constructs of other ring wielders, penetrate their personal force fields, sometimes burning them to death in the process, and corrupt their rings, depleting their energy at an accelerated rate. Captain Marvel possesses superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and durability, energy projection and absorption, and flight. Who would win? This fight would take place in space. Supergirl and Captain Marvel would trade off punches and kicks. After minutes of doing that, they use their powers on each other. Supergirl will create heart-like constructs with her power ring to attack Captain Marvel, but the latter destroys each and every one of them. Captain Marvel goes on offense by delivering energy blasts to Supergirl, but the latter is unharmed. Her rage becoming more and more intense, Supergirl grabs Captain Marvel and regurgitates rain-energized blood on the latter. You'd think the fight would be over, but not so fast. Instead of burning to death, Captain Marvel suddenly transforms into her binary form. She then delivers a series of punches and kicks to Supergirl, going untouched in the process. She then yanks the red power ring off Supergirl's finger and throws her into the sun. Instead of dying from having the red power ring removed, Supergirl comes out of the sun recharged and healed from all damages the red power ring caused. Captain Marvel asks, "Feel better?" Supergirl replies by saying, "You have no Kryptonian idea." Captain Marvel wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight. If you have fight requests for future episodes, contact info is down there. Alright then, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
Alright, first up is Wonder Woman number 21. This is a continuation of the odd number story arc called The Truth, where Wonder Woman finds out a lot about herself in her true origin. Now, Greg Rucka is doing a great job writing the entire series. He writes both the odd and even number books, but in the even number books, Nicola Scott is the artist, and on the odd number of books, Liam Sharp. A lot of cool stuff going on in this book. All right, next up is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 19. Now this is a continuation of the story arc entitled Prism of Time, where some guy named Rip Hunter ends up on Mogo, and the Green Lanterns are kind of thinking, okay, who are you and why do you have a power ring? And then meanwhile, in earlier issues, Kyle Rayner is no longer a White Lantern. Instead, he's back to being a full-fledged Green Lantern, and he's even wearing his original costume from over 20 years ago. Next up is Action Comics number 978. Now, in the last issue, Superman goes to the Fortress of Solitude, and he tries to find out, now that he has a new, after the events of Superman Reborn, where the Superman from the pre-Flashpoint DC universe and the New 52 universe merged to become one. He's starting to not remember exactly his true origin of how he ended up on Earth. So he gets the Sunstone crystals in the Fortress of Solitude to let him know exactly what happened. And meanwhile, there's a looming threat who ends up rounding up some of Superman's rogues gallery and making them even better than they were before. Yikes. All right, next up. Woo, that was close. X-Men Blue number 2. Now, I haven't started reading this book because I'm still trying to look for X-Men Prime, which is the prelude to all the X-Men books that are to come out. And speaking of the X-Men books that have come out, X-Men Gold number 2. Now, I'm not reading this for that same reason, and because I can't find X-Men Gold number 1. Bear with me, I'll find it. All right, that's 5 I bought, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 7,909. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Besides Steve Rogers, name at least 3 Marvel characters who have taken up the mantle of Captain America. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee in next week's episode. Congratulations to Katie Bosch from Spring Hill, Louisiana, who won a free tee in this week's episode. All right, it's birthday time here on the Comic Hero Show. And I want to wish a happy birthday this past Monday to BC Comics' very own Chris McDaniel. And I want to wish a happy birthday to one of the greatest rappers ever to come out of Homer, Louisiana,
Rick Dub himself, Rick Woods. Happy birthday, Rick. Happy birthday today to one of my good friends who I went to college with at ULM, Brittany Polk. Happy birthday, Brittany. And happy birthday to one of my classmates from Homer High School, Stephanie Allen. Happy birthday, Steph. And happy birthday this Sunday to my very own cousin, Kinsella Reddick. Happy birthday, Kinsella. All right. Now, with that count, I am now 91 away from 8,000 comics. And what I'm going to have, what I'm going to have y'all do is the same thing I had y'all do the last time when I got to 7,000 comics. I'm going to get y'all to help me design the 8,000 comics themed comic hero team. Now, I'm going to post some font choices on social media. Your job is to go on any social site that I post them on and let me know which one you want, which one you think is best, and whichever gets the most votes, that's the one I'm going with.
I got it at the house frame.
And right now y'all probably have already voted, so thank y'all for doing so.
That's why I got a couple.
All right, I'm Victor Noley. I'm the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 164, right back here at Clint's Comics. So till then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero.